how to FUBAR Being on a sub so early everyone goes WTF? So you're on Submarine, huh? A steel tube with crushing pressure, nuclear reactors, and silent menace. Most people try not to make mistakes in one of these. No, but not you. You're here to set the gold standard in underwater incompetence. The kind of failure that gets studied in military academies under the heading, "What in Neptune's theme happened here?" Not only that, it could catastrophically FUBAR being so badly every nation on Earth pauses mid-coffee to say, "What the actual hell?" Let's dive in. Pun absolutely intended. Step 1. Mistake the torpedo tube for a human resources tool. Let's take a page from the legendary playbook of one Homer J. Simpson. In the immortal Simpson tight episode, Homer is given command of a nuclear sub. Because, of course he is. And within minutes manages to fire the original captain out of a torpedo tube. Now this may seem like an extreme measure to conflict resolution, but if you're aiming for peak level FUBAR, you want to replicate this maneuver with gusto. Bonus points if the person you yeet is high ranking or wearing more medals than common sense. Double bonus if it's during a live NATO exercise. Pro tip, when the crew starts questioning your authority, just stare wide-eyed and scream, "Full speed ahead," into a banana you think is the microphone. Step 2. Accidentally violate international waters, ideally Russian. Navigation, just press some buttons until you hear alarms. Homer fans miraculously managed to steer a sub directly into Russian waters, which in turn triggered the immediate reformation of the Soviet Union, which, let's be honest, is an accomplishment few world leaders ever could claim. Once used in hot water, both literally and geopolitically, be sure to ignore all sonar pings, flags, radio calls, and screaming sailors. If someone is just surfacing, simply shout, "The ocean is a lie," and dive deeper. Something says I FUBAR'd magnificently, like having half the world navies track your sub while you're playing. Guess which lever fires a torpedo? Step 3. Accidentally launch a nuclear missile. This is the apex, the crescendo, the moment your FUBAR hits its magnum opus. In the event your sub is armed with nuclear warheads, and if you're on a sub, they probably are, just start pressing buttons like you're playing a slot machine in Vegas. Ignore all safeguards, bypass codes with 1, 2, 3, 4, or just unplug things and yell override. Once that shiny step stick goes airborne, you officially become the person responsible for the most awkward Zoom call in history. World leaders are now in bunkers, DEFCON has dropped to terrifying levels, and you triggered World War III over what you thought was an air freshener button. Buzz moves after launch, shrug and say, "My bad," then casually ask where the coffee machine is. Step 4. Host a rave in the engine room. Turn off the reactors, hook up a Bluetooth speaker, and last Eurobeat. Nothing says naval professionalism like strobe lights and glow sticks in a nuclear compartment. The edit WTF, invite dolphins. Play step sonar to summon them. Backup plan claims morale boosting. Step 5. Rewire the control panel using only gum and wishful thinking. Forget your training. In it, channel you're in a MacGyver minus the competence. Result, the depth gauge is now thermometer. The ballast tanks release glitter. New ship model, ballast, we hardly knew her. Step 6. Broadcast sensitive codes over open comms. Accidentally switch the secure channel to FM radio and start reading off launch codes like it's bingo night. Alpha Tango 9, bingo was his name-o. Global response. Every intelligence agency now has you on speed dial under. What did they just say? Step 7. Redecorate the bridge using crayons and fear. Interior design is critical for strategic operations. You, right before adding a mustache on Admiral portraits and replacing the periscope with a kaleidoscope. When questioned, is called psychological warfare. Step 8. Rename sub via international treaty. Slip in a clause that changes the official designation to SS Water Raven. Whoops! Bonus points if you get it printed on all NATO documentation before they notice. Naval historians immediately develop a twitch. Step 9. Use the escape hatch as a drive-through window. declares a Submarine Fast Food Friday. Start taking snack orders for passing whales. Attempt to pay them with loose M&Ms and expired rations. Potential fallout. Someone sends a drone just to ask, "Why are you okay down there?" Step 10. Surface in the middle of a royal wedding, then immediately submerge again. Because nothing says oops like interrupting global televised peace with a nuclear conning tower popping up between Buckingham Palace and the catering tent. What to shout over the PA system? Sorry, wrong turn. Both parts blame it all on time travel paradox. When the courts, commanders, and world leaders ask what happened, go full sci-fi. Claim you were sent from the year 3047 to break bread to this exact moment, only to get distracted by cool fish. Backup excuse, the Kraken made me do it. Final thoughts, how to ensure everyone goes WTF, communicate exclusively for movie quotes. Crimson Tide, The Hunt for Red October, Finding Nemo. Number 2, whole karaoke night in the missile room. Bonus points or extra points are singing Danger Zone. And number 3, paint the Submarine peak to improve stealth capabilities. Number 4, rename the vessel USS YOLO on official logs. Remember, FUBARing a sub isn't just about mistakes, it's about spectacle. If someone isn't shouting what WTF just happened, on at least 3 continents, you're simply not trying hard enough. Want to really commit? Ask your commanding officer if they try turning the ocean off and back on again. Fair seas, terrible decisions, and may your legacy be forever etched in military training manuals under "Never let this happen again." Never let this training happen again. Hey there, fantasy and science fiction fans, lovers. If you can't get enough of mystical realms, futuristic worlds, and thrilling adventures, then you come to the right place. By subscribing to fantasy and science fiction at Story Nori, you gain access to an amazing collection of stories that will transport you to realms beyond your imagination. By hitting that subscribe button, you'll never miss out on the latest tales of wizards, time travels, space exploration, and so much more. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the best in fantasy and science fiction storytelling, and we're always adding new and exciting content for you to enjoy. But that's not all. By subscribing, you'll be also becoming part of our incredible community of fellow fantasy and sci-fi enthusiasts. You'll be first to know about the latest content for the channel that you won't find anywhere else. So what are you waiting for? Join us on this epic journey into the unknown by subscribing to fantasy and science fiction at Story Nori today. Your next thrilling adventure awaits. Right, hit that subscribe button and let the storytelling begin. Thank you for being part of our amazing community. We can't wait to share even more incredible stories with you.